most overlooked part of tattooing. It is actually a blood ritual with an energetic exchange. That's what we do when we get tattooed, and people don't talk about it enough. Luckily, I study a lot of the history and I've been doing a lot of research, and so I want to share with you just a few facts on things you should know about getting tattooed, the spiritual aspects of it, and some tattoos that I personally will not do on people. Pre colonization, we're going to Mozambique, specifically with the Makonde people. They believed in their rituals and their tattooing rituals that the blood was the life source. The blood was the most important part of the tattoo. Why was it? They believed that the blood meant life. This is the thing that would make things come alive. And so when they did these tattoos, they would do them outside. And whenever blood would spill from making any cuts, they would immediately cover the blood because they didn't want anybody, any spirits, or any evil witches. They didn't want them to take somebody's blood and do work on them. It was very important to them. And it's the same thing when it comes to getting a tattoo. Whenever you get images put on you, symbols put on you, what's happening is you are actually evoking the energy of that symbol or that image. One of the things I refuse to tattoo is certain tarot cards. And the reason being is because I had a client one time who was in a relationship, but for some reason, they wanted a Three of Swords card tattooed on them. Now, this was before I knew anything about tarot. This was many years ago. And I was like, I mean, okay. They wanted the Lover's card and they wanted the Three of Swords. And I tattooed this on them. And I kid you not, literally not even a month later, that couple, they broke up. And I remember getting the message and I was just like, what do you mean? What's going on? And they're like, we just fell off. And now I realize, now that I've studied this knowledge about tattooing, whenever you put these images on you, you bring that to you. And so that card, the Three of Swords, which has to do with grief, heartbreak, breakups, when you put that on your body, you are literally calling in that energy. And that's what my client did. So this is why you want to be really careful about two very important things. One, the images that you get on your body. I'm not here to tell you what to do, but if you get something on your body and it's something that has to do with grief, it's something that has to do with maybe even a person's name, what you do is you bind that to you. You know, your body, it's a vessel where energy needs to go in and out. And if you have things permanently on your skin, you're constantly bringing in that energy. The second thing you want to be careful about, which is really big, is who you get tattooed by, because it is an energetic exchange. When you are open, it's basically like surgery. It's a very invasive thing. And if you don't trust the person, or if you feel weird or you feel icky, then that energy is poured onto you. And sometimes if there's artists who don't have emotional boundaries, who don't have any spiritual boundaries or even physical boundaries, they can put all of that onto you and you won't even know it. So sometimes if you feel really exhausted after a tattoo, like really depleted to the point where it's like, okay, this was too much, that could be a sign that somebody has been using that exchange to actually dump emotionally onto your piece. And so you get that energy in the tattoo. So we're going to talk a little bit more about this because I think the spiritual part of tattooing is not talked about enough, and I really want to get into it and nerd out with you guys. But let me know what you think. Have you ever felt like that after a tattoo? Have you ever gotten one and then you notice some weird things happen afterwards? Let me know in the comments.